Yeah, those of you that have stopped in and don't know me and left all those wonderful comments, let me just clue you in on a few things. First of all, the category of the video is entertainment. Second of all, I come from a blue-collar background. All right, my first job was at McDonald's. I've worked in a factory. I'm not the guy that you think you know who I am. So those are the people that subscribe here and know me and get the kind of humor that was in that video for the terrorist portion. Yeah, some of that just comes from Tin Cup. So how ridiculous would it be to call somebody up and say, this movie is so unethical because it makes fun of old people, dogs, and children? That's just crazy. Come on. The 24th, we have this wonderful Chinese buffet. It's called the Garden Lee. It's run by a wonderful Chinese couple. The husband, as a matter of fact, had been almost deported by the INS, but the Chinese government. Well, let me just not go there with the story. Anyway, because it's right around the corner, we go to that Chinese buffet probably 2-3 times a month. It's got the most wonderful egg rolls. And they were open on Christmas Eve. And instead of preparing food, me, my wife, my parents, my kids, we went to the Chinese buffet. So those of you that think I'm some kind of elitist snob, you just don't know who I really am. And you took somebody else's word for it without doing any investigation. Just like you probably... I've narrowed the channel down. I've narrowed it way down for you. You probably don't understand the threats that that individual made, those veiled threats. There's a nice video that Crotch Vomit put out that talk about how to interpret those threats. Take exactly what that individual wrote and just put at the top, "Dear Mr. President and members of Congress," and then read it to you and see if your interpretation of that note changes. Because I guarantee, had somebody put that address at the top, that somebody would be sitting in a jail cell right now waiting for arraignment because it was a veiled threat. So here we have a screen capture of what was on Montagraph's channel. You see that Behind Blue Eyes song? There's a reference to that song and the song's lyrics. Just imagine if this was addressed to somebody very important, what would be going on right now. Currently working on. I think I may be losing my mind again. The pressure is becoming too much to bear. I think that I will be taking a long road trip and visiting some choice people before I might get some treatment. I just love that song. I just love it. Once again referring to Limp Bizkit, Behind Blue Eyes. I think that is wonderful when you have something that you want to do or is driving you to do. Money is no object and is only a tool to achieving your objectives. You only live once, so you might as well go for the goal. Some people think that lives are a big joke and will never learn until it looks them right in the face, or from a distance. Who knows? They just don't know the scope of things. Sometimes when you push someone too far, you should be prepared for what you have asked for. You just might get it. Monty is starting to go into that very dark place that you never want to go. It's okay. I can handle it? Question mark. I think... ... Sometimes when one has a mission with enough confidence, you would be amazed at how much you can accomplish. Please try to keep in mind that your reputation is not only what others think of you, but what you think of you. Please do not think that the curtain is coming down. On the contrary, the show will be loud and furious. Know it. Sometimes it feels good to just let the credits roll. The names in this show are plentiful. Ha! And then he talks about Roxy and his travels. Skipping ahead. For all of you, be yourself and have a great Christmas. People in general take kindness for weakness. So in short, no more Mr. Nice Guy. It's time for cold and controlled extermination of the skeletons that may haunt one's dreams and or past. I think everyone has something to fear. What can be the scariest is when you fear yourself. No one is perfect. Ha! There are many states that I must visit, so I will try my best to be back in a timely manner. I am sure that I will have a lot of, quote, special, quote, or, quote, one-of-a-kind, quote, real action footage, laughing out loud. I suspect that I will publish those on February 4th, 2011, if I am able to, exclamation mark. What would prevent him from being able to do that? And so this veiled threat that was posted is still ongoing. It's not February 4th yet. Lastly, I did not want to say to all the people here on the intertubes, it has been a lot of fun. Truly it has. These past few years have brought a lot of smiles and laughs. What I have to do is for me and no one else. Working on a new YouTube collaboration with 3 other YouTubers based on the possibility of losing one's mind over repeated action, when in reality the repeated action was a life-saving sign. So let's just stick this at the top here. Dear Mr. President and members of Congress, and then read that message and see where he would be right now. Now, like I said in my video, I prefaced it with supposedly Monty is going to do these things that this threat implies. The other thing I said at the very end of that was, but I don't think you're going to do it. Go back and listen to the video. I think I used words, if not those exact words, then words to that effect. So anyway, there's my proof for all of you naysayers that have been sent on this quest to basically be his vengeance on my comments section. And I look forward to your renewed comments. Talk to you soon.
Alright, now this is a specific reference to the video in which Almost Retarded, aka Almost Concerned, over at YouTube put out about how Montagraph, that would be me, was going to go on some kind of, let's say, murdering rampage against all these people all over the country, and how he got that, I do not know. And even to this day, actually I do know because I remote viewed him, and I really did. I really, truly did. I went in, grabbed some information from his mind on why he did it, and then came back to my side of the park. And I really do know why he did it, and I really do. And he knows that I do, okay? And it's creeping him out. Because today's video that he put out, he's kind of shaking. The camera's shaking around. His voice is kind of shaking because he's not really sure of himself. All right, now, what I'm going to do is, how this all started is, Montagraph decided, because I'm a knucklehead, and I'm going to take one more PM, but I'm not going to take any more PMs after that. I got to get on with my show. Hold on. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for that, PM person, and I'll do that. My status is nothing. Will someone please, that's on the blue team, go over and get the original video that Almost Retarded put up of me 4 days ago? Will you please get the URL, put it up top where it says Montagraph Christmas Troller Smokeout, all right? Please put it up top so somebody has reference to it, okay? And that was a good idea, Mr. PM person. I really appreciate it. Now, moving right along before I was so rudely interrupted, but it was a good cause. I'm going to read to you, word for word, in sentence, in the context in which I meant what I wrote. Okay? So, again, if you want to record the show, you just have at it. All right? If you want to share it with law enforcement, FBI, CIA, NSA, NCIC, whoever the hell you want to share it with, you just go ahead and do that. Because we're going to get started. All right. Now, I'm going to bring it up. I'm not going to be able to see the chat log, so I'm just going to go about reading exactly what I wrote, word for word. I have it right here. But, see, I'm thinking ahead of these guys. They just don't know what's going on, but I do. And it's quite amusing because I know what they're going to do before they do it, and they've already done what I knew they were going to do. So, you know, that's on them. Anyway, here we go. This is the text that I wrote 4 to 5 days ago on my YouTube channel, which is Montagraph. I wrote, I think I may be losing my mind again. The pressure is becoming too much to bear. I think that I will be taking a long road trip and visiting some choice people before I might get some treatment. Now, listen up, trolltards. This sentence was created for an illusion for you, because you trolltards think that you're getting to me. You think that you are breaking me. You think that you are bending my mind in certain directions where I'm going to fall and I'm going to crumble. This is winner. You got that? Because where it says, I think I may be losing my mind again, excuse me, like Chang said, you know what? He was right. I never got it back. I'm a nut job. You all know it. Okay? The pressure is becoming too much to bear. That is called the illusion opener. And you went for it. Shame on you. I just love that song. I just love it. There was a song that I featured on there called Behind Blue Eyes, and it's a Limp Bizkit version of the Who's version of Behind Blue Eyes, and it's a kick-ass version. You might want to check it out. And I do love that song. It's a great song. Now it goes on to say, it says, I think that it is wonderful when you have something that you want to do or is driving you to do. Money is no object and is the only tool into in my face. I just don't believe you would. Maybe some of you would, but overall, I don't believe that you would. Okay? You would rather do it from a distance. Does that make sense there, dummy? I'm here, you're there. You constantly are making these little insinuations, these little threats, death threats. I've heard it all, I think. Okay? And that's what that means. So let's go through it again. Some people think that people's lives are a big joke and will never learn until it looks them right in the face or from a distance. Do you understand now, little cupcakes? And then it says they just don't know the scope is capitalized with an S of things. Scope meaning size. You got that? I'm only one motherfucker. I'm only one guy. And I got 22 trolls up my ass every single day. Every single day on YouTube. Now, is it feel sorry for me? Listen, because I can corroborate this easily. Okay? Almost retarded. I hope you're recording this. Please try to keep in mind that when your reputation is not only what others think of you, but what you think of you. Now, I tell you what, my little, almost retarded little friend. I made a video of this about 4 months ago. Are you ready for this? Write it down. It's called Internet Corner for You. And it was made for Tesla Coils because he was up my butt about 4 months ago. And I made that specifically for him. Now, there is a reference in that video that was made 4 months ago. Are you listening? 4 months ago. It's up there on YouTube right now. It's called Internet Corner for You. All right? And it states specifically, don't worry about my house. Paul and Leanna will be staying there until I return, until my return. Well, excuse me. Why would I be returning if, one, I was going to commit suicide, which some people of you thought, and two, I was going to do some heinous bullshit? Come on, get a grip. All right, it says, for all of you, be yourself and have a great Christmas. It goes on to say, people in general take kindness for weakness. This is very important, almost retarded, because you got it all wrong. And let me explain to you how. People in general take kindness for weakness, so in short, no more Mr. Nice Guy. All right, let me tell you something, almost retarded, and you better listen up and listen up real good. And if you don't believe me, you ask anybody that's ever known me on YouTube, in real life, or on Blog TV. I truly believe that it is not my responsibility nor my character to step on somebody's head to get along in life. And I truly do believe that. I don't think that you have to beat somebody down to promote yourself or to go forward or to get what you want in life. I just don't believe it. In other words, I believe in playing fair. No more, motherfucker. Now it's on. No more fair. Today, I deleted a Dr. Dissent comment that was getting like thumbs up because I know what you guys are doing. I'm not stupid. Okay? I deleted